guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Chloe, I'm otherwise known as Lady Writes, and I am here today to talk to you about the Too Faced Pretty Rich collection. We're going to do a little tutorial, we're going to have a little review, going to go through the products, tell you what I love, what I'm using, and see where we end up. However, before we jump straight into the video, I'd absolutely love it if you would click that subscribe button. I am loving doing YouTube. It's a whole new element to Lady Writes for me in the last few months. Absolutely love creating videos, especially when you guys take the time to tell me if you enjoy them, what you like, what you don't, and just generally chat with me in the comments. So if you are subscribed, please make sure you come say hey in the comments, give me a thumbs up, and just generally give me some YouTube love. Anyway, let's jump right in to the Too Faced Pretty Rich collection. So the collection itself has got a eyeshadow palette, it has got highlighters, it has got brushes, it has got lip products. Literally, Pretty Rich has got everything that you need to create the cutest sparkly metallic shimmery look, if that is your kind of thing. What I love about this collection, just from looking at it, is the fact that it's not for kind of like the matte lovers, and that is me. I love glittery eyes, glittery lips, metallic finishes, literally all of that is my kind of thing. So when I saw this collection, I knew I had to give it a go. All of the items are available to purchase now, so I will link below if you want to pick any of them up, which I hope that you will, because sneak peek preview, I'm very, very impressed with this range. Enough blabber blabber, let's get into the tutorial. You guys come here. So we're going to start with the eyeshadow palette. Naturally, as an eyeshadow palette hoarder, addict, lover, obsessive, I knew I had to snap this up because, let me show you inside. These colours are amazing, not just because they're so pigmented when you look at them, but also because they're wearable. Now, I like the fact that the bottom layer here is all kind of blue, so you have got your lovely pop of colour if you like to wear brights on your eyes there. You've also got a row of gold tones right here, pink tones, and more champagne-y tones as well. So literally, whatever kind of look you want, you have got in this palette. Now, as well as a mixture of mattes, shimmers, and pressed glitters in here, so literally you can make any type of eye look you want, there is the added bonus of it being just pretty much a gorgeous looking eyeshadow palette. I don't have any palettes that look like this. It's like one of those massively ornate, you know, like when someone gets engaged, they get like a proposal with one of these boxes. Like if you actually look at the box that the diamond light highlighter comes in, it is spot on for one of those boxes. You can imagine like someone getting down on one knee like, will you marry me? Oh. So yeah, I love the packaging of this collection. It is so me, and pink, gold, love it. So naturally, I was very eager to try. Today I'm going to be going for the champagne tones just because I think that they're really versatile and easy to use. Plus, I mean, I love the pink layer here, but I've done loads of pink looks on my channel recently with the eyes, so I thought I'd give us a little bit of a break from that. But what we're going to start with is going in with, I mean, we may actually mix with some of the gold tones for the crease and transition, so probably we'll go in with a mixture of Fancy That here, as well as It's Cashmere for my transition and my crease. So I'm going to take my brush and start with Fancy That, and that is literally going to be the one that I pop all over and start with my crease and transition shade there. It's coming out a really nice like purpley brown mauve tone nude that I literally think you could wear like any time of day. Like this is the sort of colour you always want to be using in your crease and transition because it's literally so easy to blend and go with any type of eye look. Just going to keep applying that on both sides of the eye and blending in. Now, I have the problem of having mega fine hair, which is like my biggest bugbear because I'm constantly like pushing it back in my makeup tutorials, and I get comments like, why don't you just wear a clip? Like if I put a clip in my hair to clip it back, literally for 10-15 minutes while I did an eye look, by the time I took it out, I'd have a massive kink in my hair, and then I couldn't straighten it out either. My hair is so fine. So if anybody else has this problem and has any ideas of how I can get around it, please let me know because it really drives me nuts, and I know that it drives some of you nuts, always like watching me push it back out of my face. But I'm really loving this colour. It's in between a brown and a mauve, tiny bit of purple in there, just brings a bit of life to the eyes, and I'm pretty happy with how this one's blending. Also, you'll see very little fallout in the palette, which I love because it shows that although these do look like a more powdery matte, which there's nothing wrong with that, it shows there's no fallout in here. Quality pigment. Okay, now the colour that I'm going to go in with next is the It's Cashmere shade on the gold level. This one I'm just going to put slightly above my crease just to blend in that colour a little bit more, make it look a little bit more natural, a bit more goldy and more champagne toned. I'm just going to start on the edges. If you guys can see that, start on the edges, and it's really just warming up where the skin meets the shadow, just making it look a little bit more natural so that when I do get to my smoke, it literally blends perfectly. And these two colours together are actually performing really, really nicely. I'm really impressed with this palette so far. I love the pigment. There's no fallout on my face, which I'm absolutely loving because it drives me nuts when I do a tutorial and I get it like all under my eyes. But this is just creating the perfect shadow and shady tones exactly where I want it to be. Okay, now just to define that crease a little bit more, I'm probably, see on the champagne tones, because I think that they're like the more subtle daytime ones, there's no actual real dark colour there. So I'm going to go back down to the gold one and I'm going to take Oh That's Rich, which is like a bit of a purple tone, but I'm going to take a very thin brush. It's got hair on it, like that's really annoying me. Can't get that off. I'm just going to take a tiny little bit on a flat brush. What I'm going to do with this is put it directly in the crease. So it's going to look a bit messy at first. I'm going to apply literally in the outer corners, like so. Obviously, that's not the finished look. I'm going to pull that over as far as my centre eye, probably a bit more. I'm going to repeat on this eye. And what this is going to do is just going to darken out that crease. Obviously, I'm not going to leave it like this because, I mean, that would look pretty rubbish. But what I'm going to do, by applying it with a flat brush, you know that you're getting like a concentrated amount of product. And then I'm going to take my normal buffing brush and just blend it in because that's, as you can see, darkening that crease, but only in the crease. So it's not interfering with the colour that we've built up here. Okay, so we're only 3 shades in, very quick. I think we've literally been blending for a couple of minutes and we've already got the basis of an amazing, lovely smoke there. So I think the next stage for us will be to cut that crease with a little bit of concealer. Now I have a very rubbish brush, like one of those ones that came with a palette that I would never use or something. And that's literally all I use to cut my crease with some everyday concealer. That's my favourite way of doing it. I know that there's a lot of people that do it a different way, but I just literally take the wand, take some on the brush because this gives me a little bit more precision and control over where the concealer goes. And then I apply from the centre of the lid all the way on the inside and I pull it probably as far as I want to go. Sometimes I leave a little bit of space at the edge. Sometimes I only do about 3/4 of the lid. Today I'm probably going to do about 3/4 of the lid, starting inside here and just pulling it over. It only needs to be a very thin coat of concealer and I go probably just underneath my crease. What I want this to do is help hold my eyeshadow in place. Okay, so now we've cut that crease, we're going to go in with the shimmers and the glitters, which are my favourite. I love those finishes. I'm so torn. I've actually used these 2 shades from the gold like layer and I've also used Fancy That up here. I'm going to just go underneath my brows at the end of the look, probably with It's Designer, which is the everyday like kind of creamy like magnolia-y type colour. But Diamonds for Breakfast is calling me. That is a very perfect champagne look. And Filthy Rich is ideally the one I'd put underneath it. It looks a little bit dark though, but we're going to give it a go because we're pros. First of all, what I'm going to do, just talk amongst yourselves, I'm going to take the brush and go back to Fancy That, which is this one up here, and just do underneath my lash line because then when I come to pull the look together, I always like to base how that's actually looking with the colour underneath my eye because I can see if it looks natural enough, if the smoke looks natural enough. and it's just a good way of pulling an eye look together. Do you know what, guys? I only started doing this recently after watching a Jaclyn Hill video, and literally I remember her saying like, oh, I don't understand how anyone could not do this, and I think for years I've not done it, and she's totally right. It does pull the look together. I don't do it every day, but if I'm going for an all-out eye look, I will always line underneath the eyes with the lightest shade that I've used in my transition. It just pulls it all together, so that's a little tip for you. Okay, so I'm going to use my fingers because I tend to find that they work a little bit better with shimmers and metallics. This one is Filthy Rich. Not sure if you guys can see that. It's very nice and shimmery. It's more like metallic-y, but it does have a bit of glitter in there. So I'm just going to take that and apply in like a dabbing motion. Let's see how that comes out. Oh, that's actually really, really cute. That's coming out with just a nice level of metallic colour. I mean, it is a little bit darker than I would usually wear across my lids, but it's actually working really, really nicely with the smoke. As you can see, it's coming out perfectly metallic. Oh my gosh, that's my neighbours in the garden playing. Hopefully you guys can't hear that. I mean, you probably can. So I've just applied that all over the lid, and do you know what? It's actually applying perfectly. Like, there's so little fallout. Like, there's literally no fallout with this palette, and there's not often I find a palette with no fallout, because that drives me nuts. I actually am liking these colours together, and there's actually a little bit more gold in this one. So you know how I was saying I was struggling between the gold and the champagne tones? There's actually more gold that comes out in the glittery flakes in this than I thought. So I feel like I've got like the best of both. Okay, so we've got the base. Now, I will start by saying, as I love eyeshadow palettes, I have learnt what looks good, what works, what doesn't. This eye look is coming together perfectly. The colours have blended perfectly. They're so complementary of one another. There's no fallout. So far, I have not been able to find a single fault with this palette. I mean, naturally, as a Too Faced lover, I struggle to find anything wrong with their products anyway. But this, another big win in my palette collection from them. So moving back to the actual palette, we're going to go for the glitter now. Now, this is pressed glitter, but oh my God, that is like, I'm going to swatch that for you guys. That's the glitter. Like, that is crazy good. Oh, and also, yes, that's how pale my skin is. So now I've tried that, I'm so impressed. I'm gonna actually just take a little bit more on my finger, and I'm gonna apply on the lid. This may go wrong, let's hope it doesn't. Oh my gosh, it sticks really nice. I mean, obviously I'm using my finger, so there's a little bit less control over where it goes. And I've got fat fingers, so now I've put it a little bit too high up, but that's going on so nice. Like, it's really catching the light. Okay, so now I've got a tiny bit of glitter above where I've got stupid fat fingers, and I'm just going to go back with It's Cashmere to blend them out a little bit and hopefully just remove any of that excess. Oh my gosh, it's just doing it perfectly. Like, it's just like buffed away that glitter. That glitter is so easy to work with. I'm really impressed. The problem with palette glitters is you sometimes assume, oh, you don't need a glue, and you do, or you get tons and tons of fallout. Now, there's a tiny bit underneath my eyes, but it's not fallout, it's more like where my fat fingers were putting it on my actual eyes. And this colour is blending it out perfectly because it's sticking to the lid, and it's just really easy to work with. So while I'm at it, I'm going to finish the look because I literally did not think it would be this quick. This palette's so easy to work with. So we're going to go back in with Oh That's Witch, the darker shade, and this is my kind of softer blending brush. And I'm just going to apply that in the outer edges and buff out, just in circular motions, just to kind of darken that crease. Now this look is a bit darker than I thought, but I'm actually loving it. It's working really well. So I'm just going to keep blending away until I get the natural shadow that I want. Okay, so as a smoky lover, not quite happy enough with the smoke yet. Because it's a darker lid, I think I need like a darker smoke. So I'm going to actually go in with a very small amount of the black, which is called Cool Under Pressure. It is a metallic-y, shimmery, goldy, flaky kind of. That's a really bad description. It's black with glittery flakes in it. So I'm going to take a tiny bit on the brush, blow it off, and then literally just try and dab that Yeah, that's much better. Just to darken out that edge a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do both sides actually before I then blend, because I can make sure I've got the right colour. Yeah. And then just blend in circular motions. So a makeup artist told me to always face like in your face rather than this way when you are blending your very, very outer edge. So I always try and do that. And that is blending perfectly. Oh, I love a good smoky eye. And I'm really impressed with the colours in this palette. So that is the eye look. So super easy, quick, easy, colours blended perfectly, the formula blended perfectly, no fallout in the palette, no fallout under my eyes. Can't find a fault with this palette at all, and you guys know I'd be super honest if I could. But so far, I love it. So next up, what I'm going to do just to finish the eye look is I'm going to line my eyes, probably just a tiny bit under with my normal black eyeliner, going to do some mascara and put some lashes on, and then I'll be back. Okay, so I am back. I actually decided against false lashes for once, which never happens in my life, especially in my tutorials, because I always like to wear lashes. I think that they give the eyes a real glamorous look. However, I had LVL lash, like a lash lift recently. I've had it a couple of times, specifically to try and move away from using false lashes all the time, just because I'm hoping it's going to be a bit healthier for my lashes. I'm also working on a collab at the moment with a brand who are basically allowing me to try their products to grow my lashes, fill my lashes, strengthen them with their products. So I'll keep you guys updated on that. But I'm still actually really impressed with how this looks without lashes. I've just literally used my Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. Oops. Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, as well as an overcoat of another couple of mascaras that I also like. I just thought, I'll whack them all on. But now we've done the eye look for the Pretty Rich collection, I am going to move on to the highlight. Now, as I said, the highlight looks like it's in one of those like ring proposal boxes, like, please marry me. So we're going to actually apply it with the matching brush. Now, I'm a big fan of Too Faced brushes, and I love the fact that they created one specifically to go with this range. So I'm going to pop that in, pop it over the top. Loving this. And I'm just going to apply... Oh my gosh, it's so pink and pretty. It's got like a real holographic type of colour to it. And it is coming out so perfectly. Just going to pop bit there, and then a little bit here. Good work, Too Faced. Now, lip-wise, I have got two of the Pretty Rich Dazzling High Shine Sparkle lip glosses. Now, I love a good lip gloss, so naturally I wanted to pick up some complementary shades. So over here we have got, this is Pretty Penny, and it's like a goldy, bronzy type shimmer. And then over here we've got Sunset Crush, which is more of a pinky, goldy, very much a sunset tone. So, I mean... I'm probably going to apply both because, you know, why not? I am going to line my lips with my normal lip liner, just because I think even if you are only wearing a lip gloss rather than a lipstick, you still want to create some definition. I'm going to take my trusty little liner and just line the lips. So that's my lips lined, and I'm probably going to start with the Sunset Crush. Oh, wow. That is beaut. It's so pretty. Like, I love that colour. Like, I haven't worn lip gloss alone. Like, I sometimes wear it over, like, lipsticks and stuff. Haven't worn it alone and loved a colour. Like, I love this. Like, it's so pretty. And I just feel like it's making the eye look pop, the cheeks pop. It's just such a pretty look. Just for the giggles of it, we'll apply some of the Pretty Penny over the top, which is the darker. So there we have it. That is the complete Too Faced Pretty Rich tutorial and look I have created for you. I really hope you guys like it. I've loved using these products. I mean, I struggle to find fault with Too Faced anyway, as I've said, but the eyeshadow palette for me was, I mean, I'm going to say standout product, but this range, as soon as I saw it on Instagram when it first kind of the teaser started coming out, I knew I was going to have to try everything in the range because it just ticked all the boxes for me. It's pretty, it had all of the sorts of colours that I go for. I love a sparkle, like I love anything on the lips that is sparkly and dimensional because mattes on the lips are not always my favourite thing. Like I do wear a lot of matte, but generally I'll always go for something dimensional, and a good looking eyeshadow palette is always going to get my heart. So as you guys saw in the tutorial, it was really easy to work with. The pigmentation was great. I found no fallout. Literally, I think the only thing I'd go back and change is now that I've worn it for probably 10 minutes, I've had a closer look in the mirror. I probably would recommend using the Too Faced glitter glue when you use those glitter shades in there, because I just don't think they're going to stay on as long as I would like without. But so far so good. Literally such a minor basis anyway. Other than that, this gets full points from me. Highly recommend it. I'll make sure I link all of these products below, because if you're going to buy anything this month to treat yourself, it needs to be this. Next up was the Diamond Light highlighter. Just so pretty. I actually tend to steer away from the more holographic highlighters. I don't know why. I think it's because as I'm so naturally pale, I mean, this foundation is like 4 shades darker than my skin, so I'm pale. If anything is holographic like this, I think the colours, like the pink and the blue, I worry it's gonna like just make me look even paler. But this was super pretty. It was very natural, and I love the fact that the matching brush, it's a little bit more condensed than I would usually again use on a highlighter, but I like that because it packed the punch in and it's so soft, really cute, love it, don't have anything bad to say about either of those either. And then we had the lip products. Now, I mean, if they aren't super pretty enough to make you just want to have them on your vanity, I'm going to point out that these are glittery, sparkly, metallic, literally everything you could want if that's what you look for in your lip gloss. I mean, if you wear lip gloss, it's because you want dimension on your lips. It's not because you want matte. Obviously, you wouldn't wear a lip gloss. But these are pretty enough to wear alone. You don't need like a liquid lipstick or a normal lipstick underneath. You can pull off a really sparkly look to match the eyes. So I could quite honestly say that the Pretty Rich collection from Too Faced is exactly as I thought it would be. One of my favourite ranges to date from Too Faced. I mean, I probably do say that a lot because every time they come out with a new range, I'm like total fangirl, like, oh my god, I love this range, I need it all. And I do have a lot of Too Faced in my collection. No shame about that because I love their products. So overall, Pretty Rich from me gets a 10 out of 10 thumbs up. Love it. Definitely going to keep reaching for these products, especially the palette and these. Guys, let me know in the comment below what you think about this look. Do you like it? At the end of the day, I ended up going for like a champagne-y / gold / mauve type eye look. It wasn't what I planned, but I love to work with what I kind of have in front of me, and as I was kind of doing the look, it evolved. Did you like that? And do you like the way the look has finished? Do you think this is something you would wear? Let me know in the comments below. Guys, if you like this tutorial, I would love it if you give me a massive thumbs up. It would mean the absolute world to me, and as ever, please make sure that you click that subscribe button because I have so many more videos like this to come for you. Absolutely loving being on YouTube this year. It's a whole new kind of chapter for Lady Writes, and I'm just trying to keep making content that you guys love, so it means a lot to me when you take the time to write me a little comment or give me a thumbs up on the videos. However, for now, I'm going to say goodbye and I will see you soon. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a lovely day.